Bushcraft 412, and today I want to talk about the Ruger P95 DC. This gun was my first pistol I bought. I bought it in 2007 for around $290. So it makes it about 4 years old now, and it was my first pistol. I'd had my license for a few years, just never got around to buying one, and kind of, was just too busy to do a lot of shooting, so just never got around to it. And then one day, just whimsically, I ran into a couple $100 and ran out and bought this thing. Didn't do any research or nothing. Just kind of bought it based on looks and feel and went with it. Definitely glad I bought it. Very good buy. Very good value for the money. I had a few problems along the way. We'll go over that as we go along. But definitely a great gun. Before we do anything, let's do a safety check. I did it off camera, but I like doing this on camera so that guys who are getting into guns get in the habit of seeing this and knowing they should be doing this. First feature we're going to talk about is the decocker. They do make models of this without the decocker. This one has it. It's ambidextrous, so it's on both sides. You can pull either side. I'm a lefty, as I said in previous videos, so I do like having an ambidextrous decocker. Also, the mag release is ambidextrous as well. Big selling feature for me. I do look for ambidextrous features in guns as I sell them. Magazines, this is New York. I can only have 10 rounders. I know it's lame, but very nice. The magazines straight from the factory are nice. No problems with them at all. It comes with, it's tough to focus on the black, but it comes with a rail for optics, laser sights, anything like that. Flashlights. Never used it, but it is nice to have that option. It has a black composite lower, steel upper. This one is two-tone. They do make them in all solid black, and I believe I've seen a couple with the green lower, but I'm not sure what they're making nowadays. But like I said, this is about 4 years old. This gun, and I'm going to go over my one complaint, and this one complaint is because I'm a lefty. This gun comes apart via the slide lock. The slide lock is like a pin that goes through. You can see there's the back end of it. And if you look right here on the slide, there is a little black line. And on the lower, there is another little black line. You line the two of these up, pull the slide back, line them up, and this pin just pops right out. Now here's the problem. As a lefty, I find sometimes if I'm shooting, my hand will drift a little and will come up and contact the end of the pin. And when it contacts the end of that pin as I'm shooting, the slide will come back, and when it hits that line, this will pop back a little bit and make the gun failure to feed. So it is kind of a flaw, for a gun that's got ambidextrous mag, brain fart here. An ambidextrous magazine release and an ambidextrous decocker, to have that there is kind of counterproductive, and because of the cutouts, you can't reverse it either. It would have been nice if you could reverse this piece, but you just can't. So I have to be real careful when I'm shooting, particularly rapid shooting, that I don't let my thumb come in contact with that, because it will push it out as I'm shooting. So that's my one major gripe. Now, as for the use of this gun is a larger gun, heavy gun too. I don't refocus in here. There we go. Heavy gun, fully loaded. This is a really heavy gun. It's big, it's bulky, it's tough to conceal. So I use this pretty much for shooting at the range. Put quite a few thousand rounds to this. I had a really tough break-in period in the beginning, but we got through it. Took a couple hundred rounds to get this gun broken in. A lot of jams in the first little bit, but like I said, we got through it. Accuracy, I'd say, is pretty good. It's not the best. There are definitely way more accurate guns out there. But accuracy is pretty good. I mean, especially for a $300 gun, I can't complain at all about accuracy. The gun is actually more accurate than I can shoot, if that says anything. I've had a few friends shoot it, and they're law enforcement, and they are way more accurate than I am with this thing. So it's definitely, the gun's capabilities are beyond my own, which I do like, because it does present a challenge and the ability to improve. Reliability, like I said, this thing's going strong after a couple thousand rounds. Never fails me unless I touch that pin I mentioned. Very nice sight picture. I like the sights. Very nice. Little room to play, but very nice sight picture. This gun really is a pleasure to shoot. Not a ton of recoil because it is a big heavy gun. Shoots really nice, real smooth. I love it. I mean, I would never sell this gun or trade it in at this point. I really do enjoy it. Cleaning, it's a breeze. You just pull out this pin, slide comes out, barrel comes out. The spring, a barrel, it's like three or four pieces. Really easy to clean. I've actually gone, I think, 500 or 600 rounds without cleaning this, and didn't have any problems by not cleaning it. So it's a gun you don't have to clean it every time you use it for it to be 100% reliable, which is a big plus for me because I do like having, if I just don't have the time to clean it, to let it go a little bit. It's not finicky at all. One thing, another kind of little mini gripe, is the trigger. There is a lot of play in that trigger. A little more than I would like, but now that I've gotten used to it, it's really not that bad. So, focus. I don't know why this camera won't focus that great, but there we go. As you can see, there's a lot of play in that trigger. Once you get to the end, though, very smooth towards the end. Oh yeah, and another thing to mention, you can do single and double action, so you can fire, it's a really hard trigger pull, really hard and long trigger pull, but you can do single or double action. I definitely, if I can improve two things on this gun, it would be to make this pin ambidextrous and to take up some of that slop in the trigger. But other than that, I really do enjoy this gun. For $300, I think you're not going to find much better out there. You can definitely find some guns that are a little more compact and better for carrying concealed, but for an all-around gun you're going to bring to the range and put hundreds and thousands of rounds through, this is a great little gun for that purpose. Yes, like if you in that price range, $300 price range, you can get your Bursas, you can get guns like that, but you're talking about different kinds of guns. This, is kind of in a class by itself. You don't get these full-size, semi-autos that are $300 that are reliable and dependable like this. So if you got the money, you're looking for a nice 9mm, I definitely recommend it. And it's Bushcraft 412. Any questions or comments, send me a message.